we talk about today's video sponsor, Surfshark VPN. Surfshark VPN is a virtual private network. Basically, it's an encrypted connection between your devices. Surfshark VPN will protect all your devices, your computers, your laptops, everything. Surfshark VPN is available on Google Play and the Apple Store. With Surfshark VPN, there's no ads, no malware, no pop-ups, and no phishing attempts. Surfshark uses encryption, so you can keep all your data, like passwords and everything else like that, safe. In camouflage mode, your cable provider won't even know you're using a VPN. A good VPN like Surfshark is safe and secure from hackers with all the security measures it takes to make it work. Guys, with Surfshark VPN, you can unlock geo-restricted games, some geo-restricted sports events, and other cool items like movies from overseas, TV shows, and stuff like that we don't get here in the United States. One of my favorite features of the VPN is being able to watch races from overseas that I don't get here that are blocked from us to be able to see. With a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's absolutely no risk to try Surfshark VPN. So head on over to surfshark.com/Dr.TuneEmAll to get an extra 4 months for free. Again, huge shout out to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring today's video.
Hey, bud. Welcome, guys, back to the Dr.TuneEmAll YouTube's channel. It is not Dr.TuneEmAll, it is me, Jack Stan Jimmy. You guys know the deal. It's day one, Battle in the Bay 8. We are out here at Bradenton Motorsports Park Friday. And we're going to do some testing. Got us a grudge race locked in. Going to try to find us some more grudge races to make the night worth it. But being that Nate's not here and I have a laptop full of tune-ups, I studied and analyzed every piece of data I had from last time we tested. And I kind of built some like in-between tune-ups. We have tune-ups that go from quick to quicker to fastest. And I took those and kind of like cut them in half. So tonight what I want to do is see if we can't take our quick tune-up and make it quicker, take our quicker tune-up and make it fast, take our faster tune-up and make it the fastest, and try the fastest tune-up and make it even faster with the data we gained last week testing with Nate. And that's pretty much going to be the plan. Hopefully we end the night with some wins, some more data, and a running car for tomorrow, because tomorrow we have the street style shootout brought to you by Florida No Time. So we're just trying to prepare for that, make enough money tonight, cover the weekend, and race on from there.
Charger, we
All right,
ready?
guys. Battery's off the charger. We're gonna go up there and make our first shake of the day. I got a, like I said earlier, we got a quicker, fastest. I took the quicker pass, try to speed it up, and that's the tune-up that's in it, and we're gonna see what it does. All right, guys, we're up in the lane, about to make our first shake of the night. Like I said, we got the quicker tune-up in here. Trying to make it a little bit quicker. See what we can do. Solid rip. Felt like it did everything we needed / wanted it to do. So let's see what it ran. Car kind of drove left, but I was able to just stay in it and drive it back, so that's going to kill a little bit of ET. But yeah, it felt good.
Felt real good.
Yeah, I was driving left, but I just stayed in. I just said, you know what? Let's see what it does.
I wonder if it's because I didn't back you up.
Well, we were far enough. We can go farther. We can go as far back as we want,
Okay.
and then it just was kind of pointed left a little bit, but it's fine. It drove fine. It also, I only checked one tire, and that tire was good, so I figured the other one was good too. I probably should have just checked both, but one could have been a half pound off. It's called the same effect. But
Well, we got some data for our tuner.
we got some data. The biggest thing is that was, you know, like I said earlier, quicker, fastest. That was the quicker tune-up sped up, trying to be the new fast tune-up. So it went, which was huge, because that quicker pass was made with the sun down, sun's up, track's fairly green, and it went, which was big, and took the hit, everything it did. It did everything it was supposed to do, which was huge. I went red, but that's okay, got it out of the way early. I really wanted to smack the tree. It's not hard for me to do it in this car, but I just wanted to get that out of my system now, so we can, you know, not do that later when it counts. So let's get the slip, pull the log, and see if this thing rains. All right, guys. Probably gonna get tired of hearing this already about 9 times in the video in the first 4 minutes, but like I said, quicker, fastest. Well, I modified our quicker tune-up to try to just make it our fast. Well, it went to the fastest tune-up now. So, I mean, I was only 004 red on the tree, 60 foot the same, but for some reason it ran like a dog out the back, and we just went a PB slip. Well, a PB 8th mile on a slip. We've probably been faster, but when we run these races, we don't get slips. So we'll just call that the new PB. But that was our quicker of our 4 tune-ups, and it just went the fastest. So got a good feeling by the end of tonight, we might just continue to PB each run and move on from there. But Lieutenant Dan is back. Lieutenant Dan's a rocket ship, and I don't think anyone in street style can touch it. So tomorrow's going to be a good day. Tonight's going to be even better. We've got some races coming up, so we'll just build from there. Just talked to Nate on the phone, and he said, God, I had a feeling I would have done that the other night when we were testing, and he's glad it did it. So he said, build off of that tune-up and see what you can do. So that's what we're going to do.
Scared to lock in a grudge race or what?
I'm coming to call him out right now.
Oh yeah?
Come on.
Let's see.
Watch this. Hey, James. You got a welder? I need some pipe and maybe some JB weld.
Yeah, what you got? What you need?
I need the race gates. And then, do you have the flanges?
Yeah, they're brand new in the box.
No, like the flanges to go off the pipe.
Yeah, they're brand new in the box.
Okay, so you got everything? Yeah. Do you have a welder at your house?
Yeah.
All right, bub. Whenever you're ready.
All right.
Not gonna.
That's it. I just locked him in. We just locked him in.
He's supposed to call you
Look,
out.
watch.
Huh?
It's locked.
All right, so that tune-up there still has a starting on retard and the dump open for a very long time. But what I did to that tune-up was halved the starting on retard and played with the boost controller in the middle to get rid of that dip we've been chasing. And instead of it dipping real hard and then building all the boost back in it, now it's just coming up and kind of like going flat and then going. So I left all that alone. I didn't play with that anymore because of how much it picked up. But what I did do was take the starting on retard and shorten that ramp in half again, and then brought in the dump valve closing a tenth sooner. So with doing that, it still has the ability to accelerate faster, but not make it too aggressive, because I don't want to go out there and do what we just did and then go out there and like wheelie or something. So with that, I don't want to make too aggressive of a change already. What we have going on right now too is the air is getting really good tonight. That pass is probably right around like sea level, if not 100 foot above. Well, we're going to be like negative 300 feet below sea level tonight, so that alone is going to be free horsepower. So I don't want to make a drastic change and get rid of the starting on retard or take away the dump valve and end up doing something dumb like wheelie in second pass or whatever. So still kind of waiting for a grudge race if it's going to happen tonight or not. So I'm just going to kind of play it by ear, take tonight slow and just build faster tune-ups with that, with it going as fast as it just went. So see if we can't just pick up the 60 foot, get a little bit of 330 out of it, and then that'll result in it going faster out the back. But still on 35 pounds of boost, and still everything looks great on the tune-up. So just going to turn the car around, drain the puke tank, some little maintenance stuff like that, and see what happens. All right, so Another thing I'm gonna do too, that I left out earlier. So I'm gonna hung just 5 pounds on the nose. We have a tune-up in the laptop from Nate that was like, add 10 pounds on the nose and a couple clicks in the rear. So with that being said, I was like, let me just put 5 on it now, see if we can just tame it, knowing that our quicker tune-up just became our fastest. So this way, the in-between tune-ups now we have, you know, I don't want to go out there and wheelie. So the little changes we made, see if we can go out there and just go quicker than that last tune-up without it doing anything sporty like wheeling or anything like that. So that's where we're at, getting it ready, fueled up, stuff like that. Gonna go try again.
Alright guys, we're back up here in the lanes. Still no action yet. Kind of let everyone make their shakedowns or whatever they need to do before we get us in a race. But like I said, I took that tune up and just tickled it a little bit, and gonna try to pick it up a little bit. Yeah, so like I said, I just took that same tune up. I added 5 pounds on the nose just to be safe. Then I just halved the retard again, and then brought in the dump valve a 1/10. So hoping that the air swing we just got makes up for some power, and we can just pick up from that. But depending on how it feels short, I might just run it to the 330 to not show that the car is going faster every pass, but just to see if I can get the data I need to show that the car went quicker. Knowing what it's going to back split, I just need to go to the 330 to get that number, to do the math, and then figure it out. Exactly what we wanted to do. The car kind of felt like it spun a little bit after the 330 up top, so I'm going to see what was up with that, see if it shows it in the data or whatnot, and then maybe I'll just have to throw a little bit of weight on the back to keep it kind of planted, or maybe there could have been something on the track. The car felt great, did everything we wanted it to do right there for sure. That was on a rip, so we'll see what it ran.
Must be nice to be in the Bahamas right now.
Well, in the car, it felt like it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Felt really good. Went out there. I was contemplating just doing like a plain 330 shutdown just to get data and not really show like the car going faster. But I took about 400 foot, but right at the same time when I did abort the run, it kind of spun the tires up top. So hopefully it shows it in the data that it caught it before I pedaled it and shut it down, or lifted and shut it down, so we can see what's up with that. But might just have to do something up top. It might have made more boost too because of the air getting better, but
Oh, it's at the density right now. Density altitude is at 67 feet. And the water
Yeah.
grains are 44. So
it's going to go negative tonight.
Yeah.
It's going to go about 400 foot negative VA tonight, which is really good. It's free power. That's why I didn't want to touch the power side of the tune-up. I just wanted to trickle it back short, see if we can't go faster. So definitely was a good call that I had to put the 5 pounds on now instead of waiting, because it kind of left, picked the tire up a little bit, set it down and went, which is perfect. Like, we don't want big wheelies. Little tires off the ground is good. Big wheelies is bad. If I had that 5 pounds off, I probably would have wheelied pretty good.
if this air swings more, you might have to put more on the nose.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I have a tune-up in there from Nate that's add rear rebound and add 10 pounds to the nose. So I added 5 now just because we went faster than that tune-up's been. So I was like, well, let me get ahead of ourselves and
Yeah.
put 5 pounds on it now. So we'll get it up there, get the slip, and see what it does. All I gotta say is, wow.
That much better?
Yes.
Mold better?
Yes. That was faster than the fastest 60 foot of testing last week. And it picked up half a tenth of the 330.
Okay.
that would have been a 10th quicker than that last pass if I stayed in it all the way out.
Hey, you know you gotta say now, right?
Got to be riding! Alright, so really can't find no action, which sucks, but gonna go up there and try again. Gonna add 2 clicks of rebound to the rear. Just see what it does. Same tune-up that we just ran. See if we can get that spinning up top taken care of. It does show on the log that it did try to spin the tire past the 330 on that, so it is what it is on that. Hopefully the 2 clicks of rebound help that up top, get it away from being at the top of the shock, and see what it can do.
Hi guys, we're suited up back up here. No Lieutenant Dan. So just added 2 clicks of rebound to the rear. See if the good air just doesn't pick the tune-up on its own. Didn't touch the tune-up, so it'll be the same tune-up as that last pass we just made. And see what it does. So I was able to floor it the whole way on that one. Let's get some data, see what she ran. Felt good though. I mean, definitely getting on the tire from like the 330 on. The track's cold though. Not a lot of cars going down it right now, and the air got really good. So see what it ran, and hopefully it picked up from where we were at.
All right, so on that one, we didn't really touch the tune-up. Just kind of left it alone and added 2 clicks to the rear. But for some reason, it slowed down the whole way. I don't know if maybe the boost controller messed up like it's been doing, or if it's, you know, got a spark plug wire or something stupid like that, lost a cylinder, but it ran good. Just a couple numbers slow all the way down through there and lost a few miles an hour, but nothing too crazy. It still sounds good on the starter, runs good, stuff like that. So just have to pull the log and see if we can find what the problem is or what cylinder it is, and go from there.
Well, this is the first golf cart ran out of gas, so now we got, you know, the street style car, pulling back the golf cart right now. Can't make this up. Can you breathe? No, I cannot. I can't breathe at all, dude. Like, that was the roughest ride of my life.
You look like you're crying.
I feel like I'm crying.
You're getting smoked out.
Getting choked out by M5.
That might be a
I
first
figured.
right there.
I seen it rolling off the car and pulling
I
back
said
in.
it's a street style car. Just start it up, tow us back.
Yeah, I seen it rolling all that smoke back there. I'm like, oh, they're gonna be choking.
Yeah.
All right, so the reason why we slowed down on that pass, luckily Nate showed me how to work these EGTs he had me put in the car, but as you can see here, cylinder 6 is dead. So that pass there was on 7 cylinders. So tomorrow, I'll pull that spark plug wire, probably replace, we had this happen one time with the cylinder 8, and ended up being a spark plug wire, so we'll just check cylinder 6 tomorrow. Put a fresh plug in it, spark plug wire, stuff like that. It's not uncommon with these CDI 600 coils that they pick on the spark plug wire. The spark plug wire becomes like the fusible link to the ignition side of that cylinder. So it's nothing's wrong with it mechanically, you know. It's just when I let go of the button, we lost cylinder 6. So car didn't go slow by any means. It was still a fast pass. It just wasn't as fast as we were hoping for, being that it was on 7 cylinders. Guys, hate to break up the live action we got coming to you for Battle on the Bay, but just want to let you know, you can get you a Chop Shop shirt like this. It gets you 5 entries to win this Cadillac Escalade V. Don't miss out. Get onto the website. You guys know what to do.
That includes my merch too, so don't forget. Mississippi Queen on the website. Every $5 you spend gets you an entry.
Wait, you're not out there. Yeah,
I gotta
get on the boat.
I gotta get back on the boat.
Get on the boat. What's up, bud?
What's up?
You missed the fun. I was up till 3:30 last night welding Joey's exhaust.
Were you?
Yeah. He needed wastegates that were bigger than what he had, and I had them, so I let him at the fab corner of the garage. Turned into me having to do it till 3:30, but we got it done, so he should have no problems today with his car. So now we're here early for Lieutenant Dan. As you guys saw last night when I pulled the log, cylinder 6 was dead on that last run. Like I said, that CDI 600 ignition system is really powerful, and it makes the spark plug wires like a fusible link. We've ran into this issue once before, and it was on cylinder 8 where it got the spark plug wire. So I'm going to pull the spark plug wire off, examine it, and see if that's the problem. If it's not, I do have spare coils. Also going to pull the plug just to make sure it's okay, and kind of go from there. Today is the street style shootout day, so we have that going on. Should start around 6, but the track goes hot around 2, so I'm going to try to get this fixed, make one shakedown, make maybe a planned 3:30 shutdown, and kind of wait for the shootout. It's a number 6 spark plug wire, and as expected, you can see the silver sparking right there and see the white powdery stuff. If I pull this boot off, yep, you'll see where it was chasing the spark down here instead of into the plug. See how it's got like that groove in it. Same thing number 8 did when we had this issue before. It's no big deal. Like I said, the CDI 600 is such a powerful ignition system that it makes the spark plug wire fusible link. It's not a big deal. This is cheap, better than burning up a coil or a spark plug, you know, so go ahead and I'll make up a new one real quick and we'll be ready to make a shakedown. Alright guys, so just came back from tip draw. We're 7th pair left lane, and got paired up with a kid named Caden Cannon. He's got probably the most street car in the street car or street style shootout today. All we gotta do is just run smart, run a race, and we should advance to round 2. So I'm gonna probably load in a slower tune-up just so we go down. I mean, every tune-up we got goes down, but there's no point in loading it for bear and going out there and putting a number up round 1. We don't need to. We're not racing ETs or racing wind lights today, so that's what we're gonna try to do. Go out there and turn on the wind light first round.
Alright guys, we're up in the lanes. It's day 2, Battle of the Bay, out here, Bradenton Motorsports Park. We're about to make our first rip of the day. It is round 1 eliminations, and we got Chip Draw paired up with a kid named Cade Cannon. He's got him a pretty street car G-body. I loaded in a conservative Go A to B tune-up. It'll be our first pass of the day. I got that cylinder 6 issue fixed. I was going to make one shakedown earlier, but at the time I wanted to make it, so did everybody else. I didn't feel like spending an hour in the staging links and then have to rush the car ready for first round. So I figured I'd just save it for first round, see who we get, make our call from there, and chip draw went in our favor, and I think we should be able to just make a smooth A to B pass right here and get us a win light.
exactly as I expected. Just nice soft A to B rip. Car left really good. Obviously we don't get slips anymore, so I just got laid data over data to see where it ran. It was a little soft through the middle there. I'm sure you can probably see from outside the car. But then I knew there was plenty of real estate gathered quick. Aborted the run early. Keep heat out of her, keep runs out of it, you know, keep it happy. So just gonna turn around, go do it again. After looking over some data, did exactly what I anticipated to do. I was trying to target a 60 foot, and we don't get slips and eliminations, but I have plenty of data from slip classes. So that was a slow down version of our fast pass yesterday, but a sped up version of our quicker pass from our log of tune-ups, and it did exactly that. So we're in really good shape. We have, I think, a turbo Fox body next, Paul Lucas. So I'm gonna load in our fast tune-up and just see what happens. We don't need it, but the way the track is, the way the car's running, we can use it, and we can build off of that from here on out and see if we can't get this thing to go real fast come to finals. We're on the bottom side of the ladder. There's one bye, but we don't get it, so we got a race. We got 2 more rounds of racing to the finals, and then the finals. So looking forward to seeing if we can't turn on another win light.
All right, guys, we're back up in the lanes for round 2. We got our buddy Paul Lucas. He's probably one of the coolest people I've ever met in racing. Dude's a legend. He's got an arsenal of race cars, but he brought out his little street Fox body Mustang, little turbo deal, got air on it, 4 lug still. Pretty sweet little car. He's just out here having fun. He's got a fleet of a whole lot faster cars that he normally races, but he said, I'm just out here to have some fun. Should be a good little race. See if we can't turn on another win light.
Let's go, baby! Drive that rig!
Much on the tune-up, but I got the win light. Thought wheelied the whole damn track. But still got the win light. Wheelied about all of it, but sometimes you got to do that. A little miss on the tune-up, I think. I think having to sit on the brake for a very long time played effect of that and just probably built too much boost. But we'll pull the log and we'll see.
You went through the 330 cone
on
the back tire.
I did. Remember that good content part, guys?
There it is.
There it is.
Jesus, dude. You were driving that thing.
Well, it wasn't coming down because the power was coming in. And it was going straight, so I was just trying to keep a tire on the ground because it was bouncing like this. And then it finally came down, and it came down nice and soft, stood back in it. I couldn't hear or see anything going on with him because I was worried about going straight and driving the car. So I was like, man, if he's still with me, I got to leg her out. So I stood back in it and went. I think that was a little bit of a reaction of being on the brake for so long. Yeah, he had a problem bumping in. And I heard him start to spool up, and I know he's like a smaller turbo street car, so it spools quick. So I was like, oh, I'll spool with him and go in with him. And that's what I did, but his car wouldn't bump in, so, and then he broke the rear end, so.
Yeah, you're on the brake for
good minute.
Yeah, so when it does that, everything gets hot, converter gets hot, it, you know, turbo gets hot, starts making more boost and stuff like that, but I didn't want to come off of it and get back on it, because sometimes it'll do a weird thing where it shoots, undershoots, overshoots the three-step, so a little bit of that, because that tune-up went A to B yesterday, so we're just gonna look at some things, go over the data. I'm gonna throw some weight on the nose and maybe add a click or two to the rear end, and just to be safe. But
We got 2 more rounds?
2 more rounds. We got that Ultra Street car that's running with us, the Nitrous 3rd Gen next, so got to just A to B it with the tires on the ground and go from there.
Let's do it.
So looking at the data after that rip, after 7 pedals and a wind light, RPM data real short in the run, seemed like the hot converter did play a factor in what it did. The video shows the car left a little high, kind of flashed the converter, dumped shut, timing came back in, and it was hiked up way too high from it flashing the converter from it being hot, and then just rode the ring gear up. But I was able to stay straight, pedal it down, and get the wind light. Little luck, little driver skill on that, because the guy next to us, Paul Lucas, broke the ring gear in his car, so he was broke anyway. So as long as I came down in my lane and crossed before he rolled there, we were in good shape. But not knowing what's going on next to you when your car is vertical at, you know, half track, kind of like gets you like, okay, I'm just gonna win. So, but other than that, data looks good, car's healthy. Added 10 pounds to the nose, and then went back to our tune-up that went A to B yesterday fast, and seeing if it's just maybe the air is cleaner tonight, being on the brake longer. Definitely not going to try to make that mistake again. I just seen him start to bump in, so I bumped in, and then his bump actually was broke, so he had to creep in and re-grab the throttle on us. So nothing you can do about it. You can't predict that kind of stuff. You know, other people's car failures you can't predict. So, you know, it's part of racing. So we'll just go ahead and try to stay down this pass, because we have probably one of the faster cars running in this class. It's an Ultra Street car, a lot of nitrous. They've been tested for a week out here, so they have a lot of data, and they've been going A to B every pass. So we just have to go A to B next to them quicker. Hopefully it stays down on this one, and we can turn on the wind light. All right, guys, so unfortunately we have an opponent broke by. He lost his vacuum pump belt on that last run and doesn't have a spare, and it broke, so he can't get one. Doesn't have a spare, can't get one. No one here's got one that'll work. So we have an opponent broke by. Into the finals. So it's really good for us, because now we have a test pass to make sure our changes work. Hopefully we can make a 200-foot stab at this thing, all 4 tires on the ground, and go fast. We're not gonna really know how fast we're gonna go, because we're not gonna get a slip, but we got data. So hopefully we can see it accelerate faster than the fast pass Friday, or be right on path for that. And I think we'll have it in the back.
Just want to make sure we're on the same page. You're making the trip, right?
I'm only gonna half. I'm not gonna go the whole way.
Okay.
But I'm gonna just make sure it stays down.
Okay.
All right, guys. So unfortunately, got an opponent broke by. It's unfortunate for them, because I really wanted to race. It's a guy we run Ultra Street with, and I think it would have been a really, really good race, really close, fun race. I really wanted to run him. I thought it would be really good, but it gives us the bye into the finals. Hate to end up in the finals that way, but we'll take it after that big wheel stand. Now we have a tune-up in it, some weight on the nose, suspension change, and hopefully we can just duplicate our fast pass from yesterday and go down on through there.
You're not racing.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Come on, let's go.
exactly what we need. I have a feeling that if we just duplicate that run, it'll get the job done. Let's go into the finals, baby! All right, Lieutenant Dan gonna be standing on business, boy. Woo!
That there, folks, is exactly what we needed.
One more again.
Just gotta do it one more again. You just gotta repeat. I'm just gonna pull the log. I think that's plenty.
I think you should leave it alone and run that tune.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull the log, look over data, see how quick that was. And the way it felt in the car, it was definitely, I believe, more than enough to cover who we got in the finals. Just gotta do my thing one more time.
Do it.
All right, so just laid over the log from our really fast 330 rip yesterday in testing, and that run there was ahead of it. So that was faster than our fastest pass in testing right there and stayed down. So what I'm going to do is just make sure everything's healthy, happy, and we'll go ahead and leave the tune-up alone, run the finals, and see what happens.
All right, guys, getting geared up, suited and booted for the finals. Got our boy RC Flint in his LS turbo powered S2000 car. He's got that thing all in the mail and got the thing running good. Should be a pretty good race. Like I said, I left the tune-up alone. Just gonna go out there and duplicate what we just did. I hope that we got enough. Let's fucking go! Fuck yeah! Woo! Lieutenant Dan is back, baby! Guys, you know what time it is. Winners, drive that shit back! Let's go, baby!
Let's go!
That thing was riding.
What you got here, bud?
That's what we win, bud.
Cooler full of stuff?
Battle in the Bay 8. Innovative racecraft, yeah. Florida in no time. Look at that thing all stickered up. You go ahead and open up your prize. Open up your prize. You got your prize in there. Got your unlock it.
Let's see it.
There you go.
Don't do it.
Heck
Don't.
yeah. Where do you see this stuff?
Don't.
Shoo!
Mom,
Look at that.
Mommy.
Look at that money, buh.
Oh yeah.
Nah.
Oh
Nah.
my God.
Dude,
Dad,
we got
you want a 100 in there.
Oh
we
yeah.
got money.
100.
Look at that.
We got swag.
Oh yeah.
We got hats.
You got money.
We're throwing hundreds.
That's for me right there. That's that 100 you owed me for that bet a long time ago.
Well, guys, we did it. Got us the keys. Right there. Florida No Time Racing, Battle on the Bay, 8 street style winner. Should say street style Poppy, because ain't no one touching Lieutenant Dan in street style. But I say huge shout out to Nate, because if it wasn't for him dedicating so much time to give me the ability to have tune-ups that I can tinker with to make the car do what it just did, we wouldn't be here. So let's get this trophy open. This is what you get when you win. You get the keys to the trophy. As you see down at the bottom, Florida No Time Street Style winner. Let's see what we got. A lock. Open this rig up. Shoo! Fresh. Stacks. $2 bills. Some more money. Some more money. Some swag. Some more $2 bills. Some more swag. Mark Mickey transmission plug. El Magneto. Some hats. This thing's just loaded with goods. But the best part about it is it's packed full of money. Lieutenant Dan gets the job done out here, guys, and it's only the beginning. I have a feeling we got another 1/10 and a half or 2 left in this rig. We're gonna see what we can do with it. All right, guys, well, that's a wrap. We did what we wanted to do. We came, we saw, we won. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to click, comment, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next episode.
Like a cat.